Good morning. Where I'm at right now on the little Shelby Cobra is using some sprue goo. I got the front of the hood even. Well, not even, as you can tell, but it was filled in pretty good, and it is crooked, but it fit in the hole pretty good. But I went ahead and started filling in. Started filling in spots with sprue goo all around it to file down later all the all the little bubbles that were in here in the edges of the hood and the trunk where it was attacked by glue from the person gluing the hood and trunk in. Filled in all those little bubbles. Pretty sure I got all of them anyway. I'll go back to sanding that. I'm gonna look at the hood and the hood opening again after I get this dried, cured. Also, I got the headlights out and filled those in with just a thin layer. Same deal. I'm filling in the places where the glue attacked the plastic, the old glue, and I'll cut the inner parts out here. It's just a thin layer there, but that's the only way I could get it to where I could put a bead around each one. And I also opened the grill up the rest of the way and gave it a nice sanding around the edge to shape it. Then down here, let me move this body out of my way. This is a Cobra emblem. Let me get on camera. This is a Cobra emblem. Move that. That's my little mold that was on the front of the car here. But that's a Cobra emblem. I know it's not going to focus. But that is a Shelby Cobra emblem. Actually, that it is focusing. Not the best, but it's there. Now, this Shelby Cobra emblem, I made that with Bob Smith Industries epoxy, 2-part 5-minute epoxy, and it was technically 3 parts because I did 2 parts of the epoxy and then 1 part of enamel flat tan beige matte paint, the testers. So one little drip of paint to give it some color, because on the back it's bubbled up and I was going to sand it down. I'm not sure how good the Bob Smith Industries is going to work for it. So what I did was, after I got that out of the mold, I put some mold release on the mold and then smeared 2 thin layers of my sprue goo in the mold, and I think that's going to be the better one because it's really thin. If I can get that out without breaking it, which I should be able to, that'll give me a nice thin mold of the Cobra to put on the car permanently, to replace the one that was messed up on the trunk. Other than that, that's it. I'm just trying to get all this stuff, all these bad places on the body, smoothed out. evened up, you can see the front of the hood needs significant work, and then I'm going to have to fix that front edge of the hood opening, because apparently the hood is pretty crooked. This one side is taller than this side, so just got to get the shape right. And there's a lot of spots that were really ugly around this hood opening, and then I also put some more there. I tried the Bob Smith Industries, not thinking about it, and that resin did not work. It just peels right out. But you can see the sprue goo on there. I did that at, I don't know, midnight. And now it's, what time is it? Oh, it's like 7 something. So, I'm going to give that the rest of the day to, I guess you say, degas and dry out. Same with the little Cobra mold, and also on the original headlight buckets. Right there, you can see where that outer rim is just broke out. So that's why I went ahead and took them out. This one is perfect on the outside edge. It'll focus on it. So, one good headlight, one bad headlight. I'm not sure if I'll use them. I might be able to fix them and use them, or fix that one and use it. I'm not really sure of anything else to say about it. I don't have to do any sprue goo around the door openings where I cut those out. Just need to do some light filing and shaping, and it should be kind of straightforward on the doors. And then let's see, I don't know. It's just body work right now. Lots of body work. I need to find some wheel backs. I got my bag of wheels, one bag of my wheels out here. So I need to go through all of my stash to find 4 wheel backs to use on this. These wheels, or these tires, are pretty narrow, so what I'm going to do, and also because I had to do some filing and sanding on them, the outer parts of them, to get them to be, I guess you'd say, squared, because of the glue attacking the original wheels and turning them into mush, which now that they're off the car, they're drying out and they will crack. It's so weird, but they are still rubber. I mean, they're just ruined. But with that said, I'm going to have to dig through parts boxes and see if I can find some matching ones to use on those wheels and tires that will fit properly. Kind of I guess a Bob Ross happy little accident on the roll bar. I'm gonna get some putty out and work on it, but I ended up somehow, the glue gave me a nice little weld bead on there to work with. Kind of neat. I can add a little putty to that and fix it up. But on the original Shelby Cobras, there's a joint. There's a joint somewhere right in here. Right in there where the bar would come apart. And that's just, I've seen that on a lot of them, so I'm gonna have to see about maybe duplicating that joint. It is dry now. It's been stuck together for days. Trying to do this without doing Bondo or Tamiya putty or milliput. I don't have any Tamiya putty. I have milliput. And somewhere I have some glazing putty. I don't know where in the world it went in my stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to do this with only sprue goo. And my sprue goo is, there is no actual sprue in this at all. I have never put sprue in this. It's only evergreen styrene bits that little snips that I've cut off and wasn't going to use for anything. And this glue, that's it. That's all it is. So, and last night when I started, I added a little more tester's glue to it last night, so it's a little thinner, easier to work with and get it, because most of what's on here is the old. Before I added more glue to it, it was wasn't really cooperating. You can see this part's sticking off right here. I couldn't get it smoothed on, so I added more glue to it to thin it down, and it laid out like more of a puddle instead of a hard little blob that I couldn't smear down flat, which I don't know if you can even see what I'm talking about there, but a little piece sticking up off of the body. I want to focus on the wheels instead of the body. That little piece right there. There's several places where it's more dry, I guess you'd say, and it wouldn't smash down. So I added glue to my mixture in there, and the last little bit that I used was right here, and it worked out great. It'll blend in with the body better. I'll have to file it all, sand it really careful, and get back to it once it's all dried up. But yeah, the little emblem right there, I made that with the second batch, the new glue in it, so it was thinner in it. It was able to get down in it better. Hopefully this comes out good. I might smear on just a little bit more to give it a backing that I can work with. So, but that's all I got to say. I'm not going to ramble for 30 minutes. I'm going to cut the video off. Y'all have a good Sunday. I've got things to do today, so this is just going to sit here and cure. And then I'll clean everything up later, and once I feel like everything's ready to be worked on. And I'm having sinus issues, cat allergies again, so it'll probably take me a dose and just go on with it. No idea what I'm going to do with this chassis yet. No idea what else I'm going to do. There is a crack on both chassis, the original and this one, right here. Right here. It seems like they always break right here on these old little Cobra chassis. The other one's sitting right up here, and I just snipped everything off of that side because why not? I have an idea. I think the original chassis, I'm going to kind of doctor it up, and yeah, I definitely need some sinus medicine, allergy medicine. Anyway, I'm gonna paint it and make it look like it was a wrecked chassis. I think might do that later on with it, because it's not. I'm not gonna rebuild that chassis. It's too broken up and too brittle. It would make sense to make it look like a diorama of a busted up chassis. So, and maybe I can make get another body and make a resin copy of it someday. I don't know. Might be more work than I'm willing to do right now. I'm going to be looking at things like knockoffs for the wheels. These are for the Ranchero model, the Trumpeter Ranchero. But I'm going to be looking at knockoffs, lights, wheels, mirrors, everything. Yes, I said wheels, even though I do love these. And Brian, I am interested in the one you have if you're listening. I did reply to your email, Brian, but I don't know if you received it. I'm not going to be able to buy anything right now, but because I just bought that GT40 after I bought this, but I didn't get the GT40 for a cheap price like the $8 Cobra here. The GT40's unbuilt, and yeah, I've always wanted the GT40. I've had the Cobra before, but I went ahead and jumped on the GT40 and plan on building it. It comes with three engine choices: big block, small block, 289 or 260, whatever, in the GT40. But there is also a IndyCar dual overhead cam version that you could build. So, but you only get 2 engine blocks in that GT40 kit. Do want to specify that. So I have a little thought on that, and might build up I'll probably build up the GT40 as the small block one to go along with the small block Cobra here, and then build up the big block for something else. But I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got to say right now. I need to get my medicine and get my day started. So y'all have a good Sunday. Keep modeling, keep tinkering. Do your little RCs if you got them, because that's what my channel was originally about, was RCs. I actually had the thought of making a 125 scale boat also, like I've never finished them, but I've got some miniature RC boats, 132 scale. But yeah, if you've got them, work on them and build them, play with them, because I've got several RC projects, and several done, and some that are really expensive. That truck back there and that Jeep, those I could have bought a lot of model kits for the prices that I've paid for these RCs back here. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get off the camera and get busy. Y'all have a good one.